Okay, welcome guys. It's about that time to give you guys what you need. Satisfaction guaranteed. Okay, awesome. Yeah, another day to try to make that dollar, another day to try to make some pips, another day of trading the forex market, the financial market. We want to say thank you for joining us. And of course, as usual, let us know if you are here with us live by commenting in the chat section. You could also let us know where you are connecting from. Let us know your name. We are tuning in about 2 minutes, 3 minutes before the kickoff time, which is 2 p.m. West African time. It's a pleasure having you guys here. Those on the YouTube live, those on the trading live, you are all welcome indeed. So what we're going to be doing here is talking about the market, looking for opportunities, discussing the business as a whole, and of course, how to make pips. Yeah. So if you are here with me, comment, let's know that you are here, and then I will just give you a quick one. I'm already in a couple of trades, and they seem to be doing well, which is good. Last week, the market was rather sluggish. We had ranging markets across board for the major currency pairs. But now we have the dollar, which seems to be moving, trending nicely. And that is on the bullish movement, right? So looking at the chart that we have in front of us, you will see exactly what we're talking about. And I'm going to do some markings here to explain further, right? So from last week, we had price struggling to break out of these highs over here, which were obviously resistance, right? So you can see that price kept on reacting to the resistance here and also the support here. And then that's why we had the USD index, the DXY, ranging, moving sideways and sideways. Now it has broken to the upside. And we also have another level here. We can mark these highs here. We have another level here. So now that it has broken out, we're expecting price to either come back to this place and push higher, or come back here and then push higher. And then of course, this area here is too close, so I wouldn't be looking for buying on the dollar index here. I'll prefer the price to pull back to this area. But of course, we are not in control of what the market is going to do. When the market acts, it's just for us to react, right? For those just joining us, you're welcome. Don't forget, let's get your feedback that you can hear us loud and clear, and then give us your name. We are not going to be here for way too long. We're just going to share the information that we have for you, and then we are going to be out of it, right? We are going to be doing less of talking and more of implementation. We want nothing but results, right? So this is the USD index based on what has been happening. And if you have been following this series, we just started a new series of what is happening in the forex market on the YouTube channel. So you can follow us on the CSA Forex YouTube channel, right? And then you see that we already talked about this chart. And mind you, we always say, check the calendar. You're going to see why it is very important to check the calendar. Yesterday, Monday, January 15th, we did not have any high impact news in the market. But today, January 16th, right, 8 a.m., we have something for the pound. And then 2:30 p.m. West African time, which is about 28 minutes from now, we have high impact news coming out for the CAD, which is the Consumer Price Index. Very key. If you are not already aware, the CPI data is usually very explosive, so we might have some good volatility for the CAD pairs, and then also for the dollar by 2:30 p.m., the Empire State Manufacturing Index. So we're expecting some fresh volatility to come into the market prior to 2:30 p.m. and that is in about 28 minutes from now, or rather 27 minutes from now. So we're going to be here for a short period of time. As I said, I'm not going to take much of your time. I'm not going to take much of my time as well. We'll dish out the information that we have for you, and then we are going to be gone, right? So if you have any questions or you have any instrument that you want us to keep an eye or conduct an analysis for you, let us know, and then we will look at that together. Okay, great. So now, from what we have just talked about here, right, now we are back to the chart. So let's look at a trade or two that we have taken so far so good, that are doing very well. And you can see based on the dollar, right, based on the USD that pushed higher. As it pushed higher, what does this mean for the Euro USD? It means that the Euro USD, which is what we have here, it means that the Euro USD is going to what? It's going to drop, right? And you can see the Euro USD has dropped nicely. We got an entry here, stop loss here, top at this level. And as price seems to be breaking out of this lows here, of this support, you can see price is breaking out of this support here. We can as well adjust the stop loss either to this level to reduce it, or you could even move it to break even. But because of the news coming out in a bit, I don't want to be too close. I don't want to be too tight. So I'm going to wait here and then see the reaction to the news at 2:30, right? Because in the next 26, 25 minutes, we might as well have some serious movement in the market. I can make it to pull back all the way, or use this as a launching pad based on the previous support, which should now act as resistance, and then we'll watch it drop further down. Either way, we need to be careful at all times with the high impact needs, fundamentals. And we always say, when it comes to looking at the fundamentals, you do not play straight with the fundamentals alone, but rather you combine it with the technicals. Very key, very, very important. That is actually one of the major reasons why a lot of traders tend to crash their accounts. Guys, if you have any questions, feel free to ask now, right? If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you want us to look at any instrument of choice, let us know, and then we'll put it up on the screen, and then conduct the analysis for you, and then you can compare with what you have. So this is what we had on the Euro USD, and then we had one or two other good trades. We had the Pound USD. You can see the Pound USD where we entered over here. We also talked about this in the What's Happening in the Forex Market Today series on the YouTube channel. So you can head over to the CSA Forex YouTube channel, right? We do that as early in the morning, just before the London session, so that we look at what's happening in the market, what to expect, and try to take advantage. So you could see clearly from here that we got our entry inside this inside this range. You can see the range over here, this box over here, and then we had a rising wedge over here, and then our entry was at the breakout of the rising wedge, which was signaling a pullback, which was signaling a retracement, and that's what we got here, right? So from here, you can see price has now gotten to the lows of the range. It has gotten to the lows of the range. So what are we expecting from here? You remember we have news coming out for the dollar soon, within the next 24, 23 minutes. So is the market going to push back to our entry? Is it going to break out of this area of support and then pull back to act as resistance and then drop further down? Of course, this is what we would like to see, but at the same time, the market can do anything it wants. The market acts and then we react. I repeat, the market acts and then we react to what the market does, right? So we have our take profit here. Why do we have our take profit here? I'll tell you a few reasons. We have here as the resistance area, support, support, support. So you can see it has acted as resistance and also as support, and then we call this the flip zone. Apart from that, also, if we put a Fibonacci from the lows here to the highs, right? We just mark it like this. You see that that same area where we want to take our profit, it has confluence with the 50 Fibonacci retracement level. Now, this is a key area where trend traders, right, are looking forward to going long and pushing it higher. So, of course, I would like to take my profit here. And taking my profit here would be for about, I think it's about 200 pips thereabout, about 175 or whatever, about 175 pips, which is very good based on the risk to reward ratio for this particular trade. But this is a good place for me to take my profit. And then if it breaks and then continues to what? Continues to drop, no worries whatsoever. You can't get every pip. Get what you can and get out, right? Half is better than none. It's better than losses. Very key, very, very important that we understand that. This is the pound USD. This is what we have gotten. And of course, do not try to chase the market. Our entry was well here. If you place a sell here, you're placing it too close to this support because it can still bounce. And in the next 20 minutes, don't forget we have high impact news coming out for the dollar. So anything can happen where it is right about now. So you need to be very careful with the market. Okay. So I can't see any questions. I can't see any charts that you guys want us to analyze. No problem whatsoever. I will continue to give you some further information. And then in a few minutes, I'm going to round up. As I said, I'm going to be doing less of talking and more of implementation. And I'll be showing my results, right? And then I'll also be explaining the reason why I jumped on this trade or that trade and giving you the analysis based on the fundamentals and also based on the technicals. And then hopefully it helps some of you to understand what we are doing over here. Because making money is the aim. And of course, you make money from making picks. We also had a good one on the gold, on the shiny metal. As you can see here, everything is pretty easy on the eyes if you ask me. If you are new to our section here, what we do is price action trading with support and resistance, right? Price action trading with support and resistance. And of course, what we do here is for us to understand how to take advantage of the market, right? You could be a trend trader or a counter trend trader. It is up to you. In this market, ultimately, we had it going down. As I had it going down, we had this area here of support, support. When it broke out, acted as resistance here, acted as resistance here, and then came back, acted as resistance here a bit, and then came back, acted as resistance here. We got our entry. As you can see, we're in a good amount of pips. I believe this should be about 100 plus pips that we're in profit, about 120 pips, and we're going to about approximately 300 pips. How would 300 pips profit look like for you guys on one trade? You can see it seems to be moving further down. We can as well adjust our stop loss, right? And the reason why we took this trade, is simply because it got to the area of resistance. And of course, if you're going to keep an eye on this and you put Fibonacci, right, just like the previous one that we looked at now, you can always put Fibonacci on your charts to give you more information. Putting Fibonacci here from the highs here all the way to the lows over here, you'll see what? You see that it has confluence with this area here, 50 and 61.8. And then we got in nicely, stop loss adjusted. You can still adjust your stop loss some more for trade management. You can close partial profit. You can close part of it. You can trail it, whatever the case might be, and see whether it gets to this point here. This point here is an area of support that you can see. So we would like to see the price push back to this area of support. We get our full profit here. Now, by the way, this is a very key important area. Why? Because this is the lows of last week, which also happens to be the lows of this week, of this year. The year is still very fresh, and then price most likely is going to want to test or break these levels. So when you look at the market and what it is doing, you should be able to understand it better, follow the market, and then try to take advantage. That is what we're talking about here, right? So for those just joining us here, welcome once again. My name is Tolu of CSA Forex. I happen to be a trader, an analyst, and a coach. And this is what we do. We analyze the market from the fundamentals and technicals, place trades, set our stop loss, set our take profits, and let the market do its thing. The trades could either be a winner or a loser. Accept the outcome and then do what? Make sure you are following your trading plan, and then also make sure you are recording your trades in the journal. Very key, very, very important. We're going to be rounding up within the next 2-3 minutes, as I can't get anybody asking any question. No problem. I hope that for those that are here, you have been able to learn something, or if you watch this on a replay, hopefully you get to learn something from what we are doing over here. Don't forget, trading is the business. Making pips is also what we are after, right? So now, if you want to learn how to trade the proper way, I repeat, if you want to learn how to trade the proper way, you can always visit our school. We have a training school, and this is the training school over here, right? So the training school is training.csaforex.com/school, right? And then navigate to this point where you have all of this here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as you are seeing all of them, the first one, the webinar, is free training for you to be able to look into the market and take advantage, right? It is going to help you to understand the MT4 trading psychology, market analysis from a beginner's point of view, or if you're struggling, open a demo account in order to practice if you do not have a demo account that is, and then continue to learn. Now, by the way, we have a trading room where we're going to be trading together. You're going to have trading calls or signals or whatever you want to call it. So while you learn, you can also be earning. That's number 4, right? It's paid, it is not free. So if you're interested in joining, join us, and then you can also take the same trades that we have been taking, and then we'll just pop. Wow, look at our trade on go. It's even moving more and more as we speak. So these are the kind of trades that we will be taking together. It's about 150, 160 pips in profit. We're heading to about 280, and then we can still adjust our stop loss the more as the moves in our favor. We can now move it to break even or whatever the case might be. So make sure you understand your trading strategy, make sure you understand your risk management and then your trade management, and then you should be good to go. Now, with that said, we are going to be rounding up now, and I want to say thank you guys for joining me. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. You can always go over to the school and then reach out through the contact section there, and then we will help you to understand the market much better. Thank you guys. We'll be here again same time tomorrow. You can as well join us. We're going to be here for a few minutes, not for too long. You have any questions, you have any instruments you want us to look at, then we'll be doing that for you. Don't forget, trading is the business. Making pips also is what we do here. But thank you guys. It has indeed been a good one. Make sure to what? Make sure to protect your account accordingly. Use proper stop loss, and of course, use the proper volume risk based on your account balance. Thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of the day. Trade safely, and goodbye for now. Cheers.